We're going to be the loud ones. We're willing to speak out.
I'm not politically correct. If you want the truth, I'll give it to you.
We're going to start having this wine. Maybe we'll show some true colors.
Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Gays. We are season 3, episode 16, and we are super excited.
We're always super excited to start an episode.
I'm Blaine.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Adam.
And today we are talking about Peter Pan syndrome, which I think is running rampant these days.
It's
Guilty. No, I don't know. We'll find out.
Who is the biggest Peter Pan of this group? Ryan, for sure. 1,000%.
I don't know.
I think Blaine is.
I am not a Peter Pan. When was the last time I've been to a circuit party?
It's not a circuit party. You just don't want to grow up.
Especially, I think, in the gay community, this is actually a really, I mean, the straight community has this as well. But I mean, there are people that just refuse to grow up. And really, the definition of Peter Pan syndrome are just individuals who refuse to grow up, take on adult responsibilities, and just, want to remain youthful and shun adult norms.
And I think that the reason why gays are so, what's the word I'm looking for? Not pronoun to this, but they're just, they do this more than anybody. It's because they don't have kids. It's the ones that don't have responsibilities. They don't have a kid to make sure that they're taken care of and stuff like that. So they figured, why not? Let's just be, a 20-year-old until I'm dead, which it just blows my mind.
I think also we're predisposed to it because, look, we want to look young. We go to the gym. We take care of ourselves. We also have a different thought on beauty and aesthetic, right?
Yeah, and mainly it could be those things, but I think there's also instances where someone came out later in life, didn't have their childhood or feel like they lived fully in their 20s fun party era or whatever. So maybe they're trying to recreate that too a little later.
But let's be honest. We know a lot of Peter Pans who will remain nameless on the show. They all were partying in their 20s and they're still going in their 40s and their 50s.
True.
Yeah. I mean, I'm knocking on the door of 40 and I'm not still partying like I was when I was in my 20s. I'm going to be very honest.
I would think that it would evolve and change. I think we still want to have a lot of fun. Don't grow up and let go of the fun. But yeah, that's really different than that definition of Peter Pan syndrome, I think, where it's that refusal of taking on adult responsibilities. If you can take that on and still know how to balance and have fun, that sounds like a good thing.
There are people that do have big careers and they're still gonna strip down to their jock straps and go to a circuit party on a weekend. How do we feel about that?
So I've seen a lot of Instagram, and this is where I've actually tapped in on this. I see a lot of people's Instagrams and they are putting a lot of stuff out there. And I'm talking about a lot of pictures that when you are in your 50s and you're in corporate America, you want to rethink that, because there's a guy, hold on, I have it right here. There's a guy on Instagram and his name is...
And we'll be posting this on the YouTube video.
His name is Brad Hole. Right?
Brad what?
Hole.
Okay.
Your butthole.
Okay. I figured, but I just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting it wrong.
He's probably in his, I'm going to say, very late 40s, early 50s. And he has some pictures on there that we'll post that you literally go, wow, a 50-year-old's doing this? This is a little intense. Because I looked at it where he's pumping gas in a jock strap.
Let me see.
And show off his ass.
I just have to see that.
Hold on. I got to pull this up.
But Ryan, don't you pump gas in a jock strap?
I have jeans on over the jock strap.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shouldn't we just normalize pumping gas in a jock strap? I think we should.
Is it someone is he a model for this shock drop thing and it's part of the
Oh.
ad, or is it
Oh.
literally just okay? So
No,
that's
he's
just
just
him.
literally
He's just
pumping
like, hey,
gas
this
in
is
it.
hot. Take a
So
video of
so
me.
here's
Nice thighs,
It
though.
does look good.
And a nice ass.
look, he looks good, but here's the
And
thing,
he's 50.
right?
Wow.
Here's what I think about society
Mhm.
in this. You have somebody like this that actually went to a gas station in a jockstrap and pumped gas. Could you imagine being a father with 2 kids going, what is going on over here, Dad?
Adam, you always are like
Because-
this. You create these hypothetical scenarios of what existed, and you're
Well, I
like
mean,
so
because
like
you-
anti-gay
it
with this
happen.
stuff.
But okay, so in society, because I think society pushes the
How do you not
limits.
know he went to the West Hollywood gas station where there's only gay people? I'm just saying.
In 90s,
You make it sound like he's in
No, but it's
Peoria,
like,
Indiana.
I don't know. It's what have we become, right? Like you would be clothed, it'd be normal or whatever. Now it's
Right.
just like
Now
do
it's-
it and film it and show everybody.
like so here's my thing that I struggle with especially our community. But there's girls out there that'll do the same thing,
Mhm.
and then there's also guys out there that are straight guys who will do this just to get gay guys to pay for their sites. And all that stuff.
Hello, what about those like car washes where the girls are like in the wet
On-
t-shirts with their
Right.
Yeah.
titties
So-
out?
And they've been doing that forever.
When does indecent exposure start coming into play anymore? Is that out the window anymore? Is that law just gone, I guess?
No, it's not. I mean, I actually heard there was a kid that was arrested for indecent exposure in Louisiana recently
About what?
because he pee outside because he had to pee, and it was
It was
actually
like was it a young
yeah,
kid?
and
I think I heard about
the
that.
cop got fired because it's
Yeah.
racially charged. Yeah, no, definitely those laws are still in place.
I mean, think about all the
but
times you had to pee outside. Like, if there's no restroom, I mean, you're gonna try to find a hidden spot behind a tree or
Right.
whatever. Like,
by the way, like side note, can we tell like a quick funny Ryan and Bradley story? So we
Oh.
were on a boat in New Orleans. We were there for Southern Decadence, which obviously is a big gay, like fun, party of gayness and parade. But we planned a swamp tour, and so we didn't get a private boat. We were supposed to get an like one of those air swamp tour
a
boats.
fan,
The family.
air-
The
air
fan boat.
yeah.
That's what we thought we were going on. But our friend booked
No,
us a
wasn't that.
slower boat, and it was a shared boat, even though there were probably 15 gays. And we also shared it with families and kids. And Ryan and Brad had to pee, and so they just decided to pee off the side of the
I have
boat.
some background.
And I'm going to finish the story, and then
Okay.
you can give your response
okay.
because talk about Peter Pan. They just decided to pee off the back of the boat, and the captain was pissed. I mean, literally, you should hang your head in shame. I was shocked, one, and then the captain literally was like, there are kids on this boat. You cannot pee off the side of the boat. Now, what's your rebuttal,
way
Ryan?
to shame me.
I don't know. I just had to say it because we were talking about indecent exposure.
I'll just
Okay.
be over here sucking on this.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
I'll get mine,
maybe
too.
I'll start by saying now that maybe I'm sober today. Sure, maybe that wasn't the best place to do it.
Yeah.
But I have to say, we went out on a bus all the way out in the swamp. Then they dropped us off at a bar and said, "Drink up, bitches," and then put us on like a 3-hour slow ass boat ride in the swamp. That I was not even having it because I was like, see this shit every day in Florida. It was the same old, oh, look, there's another 4-foot alligator. Anyway, it was 3 hours long. After they loaded us up with booze, we had to pee and there was
Yeah.
no restroom on board.
No rest.
And I have to say, we really waited to try to find the best opportunity given the situation.
And everybody was
And
looking at an
So
alligator.
everyone was looking at a gator. We went to the far other corner with nobody around us.
True.
And went up to the corner and it wasn't like, we pointed it away.
And I think your
And
mom
peed,
would have
so,
done
like-
the same thing.
Oh, sure. No, yeah. I called my mom and at first she was like, oh my gosh, Ryan, I can't believe I was like, Mom, this is what happened. You would have done the same thing. And there's a little pause. It's like, yeah, I probably would have. If you really have to go to the bathroom, I wouldn't have chosen to do that necessarily.
And by
but,
the way, if any one of those kids had to go to the bathroom, they would have done
oh
the
yeah,
same
but they
damn
wouldn't have
thing.
been shamed.
No, just the two gays.
Did you not ask the captain?
No, they didn't.
So
They
what
just
if the
kicked them out.
took off and you're asking them into the swamp.
We were sitting there.
It was
still. We were.
It was a pontoon, Adam, and it was
It was not
literally
gonna-
with
It was
two,
not going to take off.
and it was
It
two.
was a pontoon.
and it was 2 miles an hour. Like, it was the slowest swamp tour you've ever been on. I mean, and there were no booze on board. This was not a booze cruise. It was really painful. It was painful, and sorry to our friend that booked it. Hopefully, he doesn't listen to this episode.
He'll probably listen.
Yeah. And if he does, you booked the wrong tour. You were supposed to book the airboat that was fun with the little headphones and everything. Because that's what we all thought we were getting on. And we were like running to the airboat. And then we were like, oh no, the pontoon with the kids. It was awful.
Yeah, that's what we wanted during Southern Decadence.
Yeah. So yeah, wrong tour.
Shocks that I missed that.
Yeah. So Ryan and Brad almost got us kicked off the boat. If he could have kicked us off, he definitely would have. He was already like upset. I mean, this guy was like a Louisiana bayou.
I know.
And he was mad because there was gays on board.
Well, he was already mad there's 15 gays on board with children. And then the 2 gays whip their dicks out and start peeing on the back of the boat. This is not a good situation.
He wasn't.
His face was red. I mean, he's probably an alcoholic, but his face was beet red.
We didn't face him after that. We ignored it. We dealt with the rest of the ride, and then we just quickly got off. We're like, well, whatever, that's done.
Well, we were ready to drink anyway, and then we had to do another like an hour drive back to New Orleans. It was a lot.
We're like, just get us back. We're just ready.
We won't be doing another swamp tour in New Orleans. I can tell you that. Next time we do Southern Decadence, we're just gonna go have fun. Okay, so back to the topic at hand of Peter Pan syndrome. So Ryan, you recently had a procedure that I'm a super big fan of, and I think when it comes to gay men, and I kind of actually wish straight men would do this more, and women do this really well. We were just looking at one of my family members who will remain nameless. I was shocked at how much her husband has aged compared to her because she looks very young. And he's aged a lot. I mean, he used to be a hottie. And I think straight men tend to let themselves go a little more than their women.
Well, I think that a lot of that has to do with if they're in a relationship. What are they pushing themselves? Like, what are they proving? They're in a relationship.
I know, but like as gay men, like we have to keep ourselves hot.
Well, yeah, because us gay men are still running after even people in a relationship. You're still trying to get approval from the other gay men in the community.
What about your own self-approval? You want to look in the mirror and be like, damn, I look good.
Have you seen me?
Oh, so you need it.
Oh, whatever, Adam. Don't even bullshit us. Don't even bullshit us. You're like, oh, I'm still like pretty. Like we all know that. We all know. Don't even bullshit us. I'm sick and tired of this bullshit of I'm fat and everything with your chest all burled up and your little arms and your little biceps happening right now. Give me a freaking break. Shut up. Go say you're fat to anybody that is fat. Give me a break. Jesus Christ. So Ryan recently had a procedure.
That's a compliment. That's Blaine's way of complimenting.
It's my way of complimenting him.
I can treat it as a compliment.
You're welcome. So Ryan recently had a procedure that I'm a super fan of, CO2 laser. I think it's great. I think everybody should do it. You should definitely do it, Adam, because your skin has also seen a lot of sun. Well, I just think you've had a lot of sun damage over the years and you don't use sunscreen. And for anybody that, knows sunscreen is very important. I think on the verge of Peter Pan, they're the Peter Pans that never grow up. But then there's we all have a little Peter Pan because we never want to get old, right? So I think there's like a little bit of youthfulness in our community because we have to stay youthful. Look, I am a huge fan. I mean, I had more procedures this last year than anybody. I had a daddy do-over. I had chest etching, stomach etching. I had a mini tummy tuck. I had CO2 laser resurfacing for the second time. Invisalign. What else did I have done? Multiple teeth bleaching. I don't know. Like I've had tons of stuff done. And I could have more done. I don't even know what I'm going to do next year. I was just thinking, like, what am I going to do next
year? Yeah.
Well, I'm really focused on the gym, and then, we'll see what doesn't go into place like I want it to, and then I'll
tuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll just tuck it. Whatever doesn't go where I want it to go, I'll just have it tucked.
But it's funny with the whole Peter Pan syndrome thing. It's like, I know I have been to a couple circuit parties. So what a circuit party is, for anybody that doesn't know, is it's basically EDM music. It's in either a club or an arena or something, and it's very loud and crazy and strobe lights and lasers and all that stuff.
Ryan, can you expand? Because Ryan has been to more than you.
I don't know. I'm only a year and a half in, actually, since my first one.
A lot.
And they go tell Dawn. And a lot of
Somehow
people,
them, I think,
are
I
on
guess,
ecstasy
not
or whatever you call it. What do the kids call it these days? Molly.
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 Not
So
Molly's like a
all.
new version of ecstasy, I think.
It's a different.
It's like a
it's a
different
rebrand.
either way. It's
a mother. Can I
rebranded.
tell you, it's a motherfucking rebrand. That's all I'm
Well,
gonna
But
say.
I remember back. Okay.
One's a capsule, one's a press.
Whatever.
Molly, like
Yeah.
Molly could be either way. Yeah.
And it basically gives you this
Don't ask me.
euphoric feeling.
I'm pulling my coffee back here 'cause I need another sip.
It's getting hot in this
I'm
episode.
trying to get a job.
Exactly. And again, that's what I say. People
We're
put out
talking
social
about-
media
we're
way
talking
too
about
much
drugs.
shit. And when corporate America comes looking,
Let's not focus on the drugs with the circuit parties, even though if you go, you may probably see.
I
something.
wasn't calling
But-
anyone out. I was saying that a lot
Yeah.
of people do them there, and I just think, like, if you're in your 20s and you're experimenting, great. But like when you're 40 and 50 and doing like ecstasy, I just don't
Well-
think it's a great look, especially every weekend. And
Yeah.
you know who I'm talking about? It's those boys that have those damn little fanny packs,
Mhm.
and they've got like a whole bunch of drugs in there, and you know what they're reaching for. Like they're all like
Well, I
they're
know-
all like
I-
in a little like.
for a mint.
I know. No, I know now. I used to be. It wasn't only just 2 years ago that I thought, oh wow, like the friends helping the friends like go poop in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then like
No.
the last 2 years, I've been educated, and I know there's something
Nope.
more going on than just pooping and peeing in that stall.
I mean, one
So-
time I was at a place that it's a barbecue joint that has a Ferris wheel here in Dallas, and there was I didn't know it was a circuit party, but it was like a random circuit party. I went after a drag show, and everybody was like doing their clap dance, and it was like it was actually really a lot of fun. I've got to be
Mhm.
honest. But there was some like older gay with his little fanny pack, like propping this like younger
Uh-oh.
guy up, and he was doing bumps just in the open. Literally, it was just like a whole pharmacy in there of drugs, and it was just
And
like
it's this older guy.
but it
so
was
he
an
could
older
afford
guy
stuff
with
and,
his little
like-
fanny pack, and he was hot. No, like he had abs and he had a little thing. But talk about Peter Pan. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, when do you grow up? And I mean, I'm sure he's professional. He's probably a lawyer.
I sit there and wonder is at what point do you stand there and you go, I'm the last one standing of family? Because if you're 50, your parents are only, they're probably 70 in their at least their 70s. So, your whole family is going to start to shrink. And then what do you do if you don't have a partner because you're playing this Peter Pan and you're still fucking around as a single man partying all the time? Who do you have as far as a family? Isn't that a sad life or not?
I think it's totally a sad life.
Or is there? I don't know. Are they searching out that feeling of family, community partners in that community of other people doing the same thing?
But okay, so let's go with that. When shit hits the fan in your life, you think they're going to be around?
Yeah, maybe not. That's probably just that right there in that searching feeling. But I would, they're always maybe stuck in that and always. So this was another Instagram thing I saw, but it was on the account Overheard at a Gay Bar. Do you guys follow?
Oh my
this?
God, I didn't know they had an Overheard at the
Yeah.
gay bar. I have Overheard LA, Overheard San Francisco.
Yeah.
So on point and funny.
But I saw this one this week, and it feels very much like what we're talking about. It says so Overheard at a Gay Bar. The most wild thing about being gay is watching your club rat friends become working professionals every week. Yesterday, Adam was on ketamine at the Eagle. Today, he's discussing capex reduction strategies.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
And like you read that, and you're like, "Oh my God, that's
It's really
so
true.
isn't it?"
And
You know
I
how many doctors, and I'm talking doctors, that I know that I have seen messed up at a circuit party.
seriously?
And I sit there and go, wow, they're the
I
ones,
haven't.
they're the ones that are doing surgeries. Holy shit.
I was about to say, like, I think my biggest offender in this Peter Pan circuit party syndrome is HR professionals. I think they're the worst. Literally, the ones I knew in LA, I was like, every single one of them was a circuit party queen. And they're like 40, 50.
Wow.
Yeah. And like at a circuit party every week. And they're like head of HR.
I mean, if Google wants to get rid of all the people, they just do a drug test. Knock half
Well,
the whole place out.
That
Yeah.
is probably true, actually. Yeah.
Could you imagine? I mean, be a lot cheaper than paying
I mean, look,
severance.
I think I don't want to be judgy here because I do think like,
Well, I'm not.
and this is a good part. Like,
Segue.
What's the line between professionalism and personal expression? Because I do think everyone should have their own personal life.
But let me take this back. Is I'm not saying that it's bad for anybody to go to a circuit party. Like it's fine. Like you want to go to a circuit party once a year, twice a year, whatever. But when
10 to
you're
12 times a year.
well, yeah, when you're going every weekend, every month, all the time, at what point do you burn out? And like, how do you have a stable life with that? You can't. There's no way.
Or I feel like I can tell the ones that like are doing that all the time. And I'm like, oh my God, their face, like they look like they're really aging. And so I'm like, well, shit, I don't want to go that much because like I want to stay looking like
I want to be
fresh. Yeah, I don't want to get that like that look where you just look like, ooh, that's rough.
They are definitely aging, and it's like, and you see them all the time, and they're like, hey. And you're like, okay. Like, I mean, I can't do what I did in my 20s. I mean, I would go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday fun day, and just hard. And actually Wednesdays usually too. And then we did Trashy Tuesday. I was just at Beverly.
Like Monday was your one night off.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, I'm like, what day was your sober day?
Monday, basically.
Just Monday.
Yeah, basically.
And that's really the worst day to have the hangover.
Oh yeah, and that was the hungover day, and then every other day was like. But till like 2, 3 in the morning, and then I can get up and go to work. Look, a lot of people in New York do this all the time. I mean, they like party till like 4 in the morning, and then they're at the office at 7 a.m.
That's gonna catch up with the health of their bodies.
No, and really, by the time I hit in my 30s, I was like, ooh, I can't do that anymore.
I usually don't say like I can't do it anymore. I choose to not do that anymore.
Yeah,
like because one, we're gonna feel different. I don't want to feel like shit that often anymore.
I mean, you are the Energizer Bunny of the group.
I do have a lot of energy, so like I don't always need a little extra to help that out.
Brian's always bouncing around.
But
yes, exactly. He's our little
and I
Energizer
had
Bunny.
lots of coffee today too.
Yes.
It's actual coffee.
I mean, most of our Peter Pan people that we know, they all have like professional jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, how else would they afford to go to every circuit
lifestyle,
party in every city around the country?
They don't own a house because they can't afford it because they use all the money on drugs.
Well, there's that.
For some of them, it sounds well. Yeah,
I think some of them own though too. Actually,
yeah. I'm not also traveling to that many parties.
Yeah,
I bought my house.
I find it crazy, and I'm like, at what age do you go? It's like, what are you waiting until you're 70?
Like, what's your retirement account look like?
I just honestly, I've never found them fun personally. Like, I just don't find it fun. That's just me.
I don't understand. Like, how do you build a relationship with somebody when that's all you're doing? Like, a lot of these people are single people. I'm going to say majority of them are single people.
They're always single.
And they're just,
some.
I mean, but most of them are single people. Yeah. And they're just go. And I'm like, how do you build a relationship and how do you build a life with somebody when all you're doing is partying all the time? Mm-hmm. It's literally like New Year's Eve every day of your life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't get it.
I mean, I like to dance and like have fun, but not necessarily a circuit party, but yeah, every day.
And can I just put a funny note about our New Year's Eve this year? Someone actually sent me our New Year's Eve photo, and which I'll go ahead and post in the video as well. But and said that it looked like a geriatric New Year's Eve party.
Because it was.
It was this year. It was. I mean, we were up till 4, but not doing the circuit party.
I know. We were up really late. We were playing dominoes till 4 in the morning.
Does that
Actually, I was up till 5 because I had to put up all the food and everything after y'all left.
Oh, God knows. Heard all about that.
Well, you were being a bitch. I mean, you deserved every bit of my criticism.
I am the nicest bitch you'll ever meet.
There is something about aging gracefully, which I think is gracefully and accepting that we're getting a little older and not able to
right
do
down
what we
the
used
street
to.
was a circuit party, house party. But, you know,
there was?
We did.
Yeah, till like 7 a.m.
But no, we didn't participate.
Nobody told me about that.
In that this year. No, we did dominoes. It was fun.
And Adam tried to play the game of life, which was really funny because that didn't last very long.
No, we couldn't.
We played life.
Yeah, we couldn't.
He had one participant that was like interested in playing the game of life. Well, Adam was trying to learn how to like navigate life, so he was playing the game of life. He thought it would give him answers on his own life. We'll play the game of life some other day for sure. We'll do an actual real game night. So, do you think that people that like have Peter Pan syndrome can actually have a meaningful relationship?
No.
Right.
Wait,
Wow.
what? Say
Anybody
it
that's
again.
like kind of in Peter Pan mode, can they have a meaningful relationship?
Oh, Adam, you think they cannot?
Mm-mm.
I think, yeah, if you're sticking to that definition we had at the beginning, I would say no, because that means they're like stuck as a little kid. And I think you got to have a lot of maturity to have a deeper, meaningful relationship.
Because you have to have there's two sides of the gay world. There are the party gays, and then there are the gays that literally have a structured life that don't go out. You'll hardly ever see them at the gay bars. They, have their house in Highland Park. They have their
They're so boring.
I was gonna say, that
There is a
sounds so
happy
boring.
medium.
but
Yeah, there has to be something in between.
There is a happy medium. I don't want to be a boring fucking gay living
no.
in Kessler Park, cheating on my husband at lunch. This happened once. I
Getting
slept
on
with,
sniffies
No,
at lunch.
this happened when I was in my 20s. I was sleeping with the Kessler Park gay on the lunch break. Yeah, I know those gays, and they're not as happy as they seem,
Is the
and
world
they're
just
boring.
not-
Well,
Yes.
they are. You think they live this perfect life, and they have all the parties and everything. A great example of that group. I remember I went to one of those house parties, and one of the husbands attacked me in the bathroom, and then the other husband basically did the same thing, separate times, and then I ended up sleeping with the other husband like quite regularly.
So who's the common denominator of this?
It was me, but both husbands are coming up, and then I had to park my car on another block so the neighbors wouldn't see me. Yeah. So they lived the perfect life. They had the perfect house.
Perfect.
And they weren't the circuit party gays, but you know what? They were like, really not that perfect. So just a little food for thought. But I will say we do have another person that we all know who still has fun and has a younger boyfriend and lives like kind of that younger life. And I think they actually have a really good relationship, quite frankly.
Much younger, like
Yes.
a good, decent
Half
difference.
his age.
Yeah. And I mean,
enjoy
first
it.
of all, he's hot. Well, he's older, but he's hot. And then his boyfriend's hot. And I
Yeah.
think they have a really good vibe.
But see, but hold on. But with him, he doesn't go out all the.
He has a balance, right? Like
He has a balance of
selectivity
life.
of like
He does have a balance.
he has
There we
a
go.
balance
There's
of
an
life,
example.
oh, that's
And he
fine.
does
But there-
live in the gym.
But we're talking about Peter Pan, like he's got a dog, he's got a house,
Yeah, true.
he's got a
Mhm.
boyfriend, like he's got
Check the boxes.
he's got a foundation to his house.
Okay, fair.
I'm
fair.
talking about the other people that are living with quicksand and trying to build a hut.
The ones that are
and
at
it's
the
just going under.
trashy gay bar every single weekend with
S4
their
every
fanny.
weekend.
God, I don't even know the last S4.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Was it when we went together?
Yeah,
That was
That
the
was
last
the-
time I went.
I mean, literally, like S4 is like
That
the
was-
club,
A couple months.
the super club EDM bar in
Ooh.
Dallas, and I just like can't. Every time I'm there, I feel like I'm just like a fish out of water. I don't even know what to do with myself. I mean, do you know what to do with yourself when you're there? Have you been?
To S4?
Yeah.
I think that's for a lot.
Oh, do you dance?
Strip down your jock strap and
You
shake your
strip
tail.
it down.
I have never seen anyone in a jockstrap there. Can you wear a jockstrap there?
I don't know why you're looking at me.
I'm asking because you literally strip
I
down
haven't-
everywhere you
I mean,
go.
yeah, but I don't. I
So
don't
I'm
know.
wanting to know if you
S4
did that and
maybe.
got kicked out.
Not at S4.
Okay, yeah. You did that at
Same
10
thing.
room and you got kicked out.
Teams.
Same thing.
You strip down to your jock strap in TMC.
Well, I mean, they were brief.
He did it at 10 room too and got kicked out because he
It
was trying to
wasn't
be
my
a
best night.
a
I'm not
dancer.
that's one of the nights that'll come up in therapy.
Are you a nudist?
Yes.
Are you really?
I mean, I love being naked.
Okay, so I have this theory that there were two types of kids in this world. There are the kids that like ran around naked all the time, and which is totally Ryan, and then there are the kids that always run around clothed, which is totally me. I guess you too. Yeah. And I have so many friends, and you can literally divide the entire world population probably into these two
Wow.
groups. And it's like the naked kids and the non-naked kids. And like, I don't know what it is, but there's two defining groups.
Where did you guys like grow up? Because maybe I feel like geographically, like it makes a difference.
I grew up in Texas, but I have other friends that grew up in Texas and a brother and sister in particular. And they both were the kids that were like naked all the time. And, and their parents were very conservative, but they were just naked all the time. And they're still cool with being naked all the time. They're just like,
my niece and nephew are naked all the time. It's ridiculous. I'm like, put some clothes on them. They're just like, what?
I mean, I feel like I just grew up, I was like outside a lot, or the pool a lot, or the beach a lot. And then also the like way my mom and dad raised me, I feel like it was, I don't know, it was pretty open. And honestly, it'd be like, oh, I gave birth to you. This is all just anatomy.
Are your parents nudist?
I want to say they're nudist, but my mom wouldn't be like terrified, like, oh, I walked in, oh, she doesn't have her top on yet. Like, it's fine.
yeah, Cindy would be cool with that.
Yeah.
My dad would be like, honey, put your bra on, put your
I
top
think
on. And she's like, what? Whatever. Like you've never seen this before yet.
I think your dad is more conservative than your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think so.
How were your parents?
I mean, my parents are more conservative. They'll talk about anything, but I mean, like, we were always, I don't want to say prim, we were prim and proper, obviously not proper, but we were definitely clothed everywhere.
Trash.
Like, we were clothed everywhere. My mother was like, if you don't shape up, I'm going to beat your ass.
Yeah, I was always clothed. And also, we didn't talk about sex stuff ever.
Even, well, no, I mean, your mother's.
Oh, my sex talk was awful. My dad
With
made
your
me,
mother?
no, with my dad, he made me do a 10-hour drive to like Galveston. And we had to listen to the James Dobson series. Did you have to do that, Ryan?
No, but I remember talking about this with you at one point. It just sounded terrible.
It was awful. It was a whole tape series, and he talked about like how like masturbation was evil, and it was very Christian. And then my dad would like stop it along the way, and he would be like, "Do you have any questions, son?" And I like haven't ever really gotten along
No,
with my
sir.
dad, and I was like, "No, I'm fine." Like I was totally good. It was the most awkward thing. And James Dobson was like came to be like he was like this super evil guy. Like it was the
He
worst
was
way
like
to
a
learn
big-
about sex.
Like a big name, like in the Christian
Oh
community,
yeah,
right?
he was like
Yeah.
one of those big Christian things. And he just sell all these tapes, all these Christian parents. Oh,
I made
Yeah,
so
it's-
much money on it.
oh, I'm sure he made tens of millions of dollars.
That's all it's about.
Mhm.
I feel like he was in some kind of scandal eventually. But it was literally like the sex talk should not take, 10 or 15 hours. And this was like a whole tape, like foldable tape series that you would accordion out and about everything. And it was just the worst. It was like the most awful trip of my life.
You know what? Going back to the Peter Pan thing, I wonder how families, like if you had a big family, right? And you had one, like, say it's a family of 5, and the one son, brother, whatever, is the gay Peter Pan of it. I wonder how the other families look at that.
The other family members?
Yeah. I wonder if they're like, well, there goes
There
Mike
goes-
again. Oh, fucking really? Can't rely on him. Like, I wonder. I would love to figure that out. I'd love to talk to somebody about that. Can we phone somebody?
I mean, I'm probably the Peter Pan of my family, so there's that. Actually, I take it back. I'm definitely not. I think my cousins will be forever the Peter Pans. They definitely don't listen.
Your family.
Well, I'm the only child.
I mean, he's the only
Well,
child.
I'm the Peter Pan of my family.
So see, we're all Peter Pans in some way.
in some ways, yeah.
Oh my God. We didn't even plan that revelation.
Well,
I mean, I guess
That
we're
was
all Peter
unscripted.
Pans.
That wasn't even on Blaine's note
That
card.
wasn't even on my note cards, y'all. Oh my God. But we did come to that realization. I guess we aren't all, someone's always like Peter Pan some way or another, which is probably like part of it.
well, somebody has to be. I mean, somebody has to. There's one in every crowd, so somebody has to be.
Do you think that people like in great shape, like had like youthful ambitions, like it takes a toll on their mental health? And there's other people that we know that are like very fit, very good looking, still go out all the time. I mean, it's got to be exhausting, right? To like,
I don't know how they do it because I can't even get my ass to the gym. How do you go to a party, gym, and work? Yeah,
and they look so damn
I
good.
know.
And
What
they're,
are they doing?
and they're like on a Ozempic, and they have a 6-pack or an 8-pack. I don't know how they do.
Right, that takes some work. I'm trying.
I'm exhausting. Think about it.
I know. Must be really, really exhausting. I couldn't do it.
I don't know how they mentally can handle all of that stuff. And like, again, when do you want to grow up? When do you want to actually put your big, boy shoes on and go do stuff? Like, and I think that's what
I guess we need to have someone on and ask them.
Here's the thing that here's the love hate that I have about Dallas, right? I love the fact that we have a very close knit community, but damn, the gays do not like to leave that community. Like, we all know the gay bars, and that's all we know. We don't go rock climbing. We don't go do different things. We don't go out hiking.
Like, well, we have to get to weddings and buy friends.
It's such a routine. Woodies, and then the
Woodies,
Grapevine, JR's, like,
and don't forget about Grapevine, yeah.
And then we need to add a little hidden door, just
sometimes hidden door in the summer.
Yeah.
It's always the same damn thing.
Same thing. Did you see what's that? I don't know if it's a new group, but it's there's some Dallas activities going on about like LGBTQ and nature. I don't know, trying to like do more than just like bars.
Wait, there's like gay groups that are doing like.
Yeah, I saw.
Maybe I can find a boyfriend.
Another one?
Add them to the tornado.
Speaking of Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
having 45 boyfriends?
No, just a few in the mix to make sure that I'm picking the right one. And
you don't want to grow up?
No, I do want to grow up. I'm ready to settle down with someone. Let's talk about that. Settling down with someone. How did that work for you last time, Adam?
Which time? The first, second, third, fourth, or fifth?
This last one. See, Ryan's shocked. He hasn't heard because guess what?
I mean, you know what? I know it's fine.
Well,
I don't need to be surprised because it's different every single day. We're done.
Know about it anymore because we already know the story on this one. So yes, I want to pick the right one, and so therefore, I may have a few suitors that I have been talking to. And just like Ryan has found the right one, I would like to find the right one.
I hope I'm there for the engagement so I can fly a drone right into you.
Oh no, the battery died again.
You can fly a drone into my forehead.
Okay.
I am ready to settle down. I think I'm ready to settle down. I'm getting very close. I think it's going to happen soon. I'm not going to lie.
Does the other person know that? Wait. Does the other person know that you're getting very close?
I've told him that I'm seeing other people. He knows, and I've been very honest about it.
Or
he is seeing someone else too. No, he's seeing someone else too. But we both expressed that we find each other very interesting. So I like that, and I like. So we'll see.
Good.
But I'm also like about to be 40, and I can't make a bad decision. I don't want to be a Kessler Park gay that's sneaking around, like having boys come on at lunchtime.
So I think this is part of the Peter Pan syndrome, is you're afraid to lock it down because you're afraid of what's behind door number 2. It's the whole, I keep looking for more.
No, I think I just want to give it enough time that I'm like really, really sure.
For what? When you get into a wheelchair and you need somebody to push you around?
No, I just want to make sure that like we're the right ones. That's it. And the last time, my last relationship was 5 years, we just jumped in head over heels for each other. And it was not a great 5 years of living together. And, we had sex like 9 times in 5 years. Terrible.
Wow.
And I thought that's what relationships were, holding hands. But we just
sometimes maybe. Yeah.
No, we had so many cute things, but we didn't have like that part. So
role play. Have a little like hot, come in and be not tear down the door, have them waiting, ass up, ready, and then
you gotta have it all.
I don't know where that just came from.
What?
You gotta have it all.
I mean, I think mixing that fine.
I mean,
that's
where I left the door unlocked.
I think part of the problem with some of our straight friends is like they have the same problem. They just like
hot in this corner.
They lose the spark.
Whew.
And you gotta have the spark too. So I want to make sure that the spark's there. I want to make sure that the cuddling's there. I want to make sure that watching TV.
Get the vagina pulsating.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, like our lesbian friend. I want to make sure that pulsating is there.
You just want to find the right one.
I want to find the right guy. I don't want to be a Kessler Park gay, sneaking around on my husband on our lunch break and making some guy park around the block so my neighbors don't see. That's my take. And I think that's okay.
But you're the one that contributed to that.
At that time.
I was young and impressionable. I was
Now,
old and
still-
impressionable.
I still see that couple around. And you know them. You both know them. I'm not going to say who they are, but I'm just telling you, I don't know. I want to find the right guy. But I got to say, I do think in the gay community, one thing that's special about us is we're all little Peter Pan. Now that is kind of what I've come to, just a little bit. And I think it's a good thing.
see, this is where I am. I want to slow down. I want to get a house. I want peace and calm and cool collective shit in my life. I don't want to party.
Yeah.
I want to be crazy.
Adam, but do you want to be boring?
No, I want to be boring.
You don't want to be like a boring straight person.
I want to be able to travel. I want to have a partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
stable life.
By the way, that's the fun thing about gays is we travel and do stuff. I actually just another bill for my frozen sperm because I had decided in 2020 that
Ew.
I did. I froze my sperm because I
For
just
what?
I had decided that I wanted to have a child on my own, so I was going to do
Please don't.
surrogacy. And
When did you decide this? What?
in 2020 during the pandemic, I
Oh.
decided.
Because he had nothing else better to do but sit there thinking about sperm freezing.
Well, and I thought like I'm working from home, I could just take care of a kid as well.
You can't take care of yourself.
I know.
But he started with a puppy and that didn't
And
work.
he got rid of that puppy,
Yeah.
and now he wants a kid?
I had multiple puppies.
What are you going to do when the kid shits on your floor four
And
times?
I also took care of my grandmother for 3 months, and that actually cured my whole thing because her like vomiting at night at like 4 a.m. I was like, kids do this. I can't do that. So I have now canceled my sperm. It's being destroyed.
Wait.
Yeah.
Being destroyed.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay $600 a year to freeze my sperm.
Oh, that's how much it costs.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Maybe do it like when you're closer to like knowing you want to really do it, or I don't know. Like, can't we? Aren't our sperm good for?
Yeah, but allegedly 30-year-old sperm is better than like 40-year-old.
Wait a minute.
Just that like the strength to.
Yeah.
Question.
I have very strong swimmers, I've been told.
$600 for a small test tube?
No, I actually.
Like you can't store it in your own freezer.
Well, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm like,
we got a new job.
This may be
I could hold
TMI.
like freezers in all the garages and just start.
This may be TMI, but I have 10 vials from one.
10 vials.
I have 10 vials from one load. Yeah, I
10
Well,
vials.
you're-
But you didn't have to give them as much as you want.
well, no, they make you
Do a full.
come 2 days before because you need fresh sperm. But I have a very high production, so I actually produced a lot of sperm. So I could technically have 10 children from that because they use one vial per.
Honey, we want one. We
Actually,
want one. More
Blaines
like
right
no,
now.
I
no,
could actually
no.
have like more than 10. I could have 10 pregnancies, 10 rounds of it.
Lord.
So I could have multiple children per time. But anyway, I'm letting it go.
Thank God.
And
Let it go,
because
let
I
it
guess
go.
that's my Peter Pan thing. I think I've decided I don't really want kids unless maybe someday if I find the right guy. But yeah, I don't know. Do you want kids still?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I think I've always thought of myself as like wanting to be the dad and have a couple kids, but it hasn't felt like
You're still
right
young.
time yet. So it hasn't really been top of my like priorities right now.
You're still in your 30s.
Or like maybe I don't know, maybe adopt. Like I'd be open to that if that's the thing. I don't know.
And you?
I would love to, but not in this society.
I agree with you.
I
It
don't. wanna-
sure feels insane these days.
Like, I just feel like there's no good in this world anymore. I'm so scared with a kid to have.
This is maybe a small act of goodness, but I was really excited today at the gym that someone walked over and I had left my AirPods case somewhere. He's like, "Hey, were these yours?" And he handed them back to me, and I was like, "Thank you." Like, good. There's someone that's
Actually good
still
in this world.
good still. Like, that really gave me just that one act. Like,
Mhm.
really helped. It made me feel like, wow, okay, there's some good people or good. Like,
Must
you
have
know?
been part of the older generation. 'Cause
No,
the younger
he
generation.
looked like he's probably around my age, I think.
He was probably a firm boy.
He's a farm
No,
boy.
he didn't look like he didn't look like a farm boy, but
Do I look like a farm boy?
yeah.
Yeah, you do with those buck teeth.
You got your Cody James on.
Yep, sure.
I got to tell it's fun to tell people at work now that I've got Cody James jeans. I got the belt and the belt buckle, and I got the square toe boots. And concert season's right around the corner.
What the hell?
It's April still, isn't it? Concert season starting when?
There's something
March,
coming up.
April?
You got Pam Tillis coming up soon, don't
That's
you?
in-
Lawn concerts won't start until what, like May?
April, May?
Okay. My birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Want a season pass this year.
Well, you know what? I think we all have a little Peter Pans in us, and I think it's good. I think it's good that we're all a little Peter Pan, and we stay a little young.
Young at heart.
Young at heart always, because it makes us fun.
Hold on to the fun.
And I think the gay community is like really good at that.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers to another
Cheers,
episode of
cheers.
Coffee with Gays. It's fun, you guys.
Have a
Let's
wonderful
go
day.
out Saturday fun day.
Saturday fun day.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.